there, but...
All right, so this is Steve, and Steve brought the 64 Comet back after 2 years. Nice safe ride and enclosed trailer, beautiful. She said it had a wrinkle in the trunk somewhere. I hope it's not too major. It still looks okay from quick view.
I think, yeah, she mentioned the paint there was not so nice.
I'll be able to touch that up and buff it out a bit. Yeah, she just couldn't get anybody to finish it over there. She tried and tried, and I said, all right, well, I had it and gave it up, and all right. She probably told you that, right? There she is, back in my possession. Craziness. Back at the Danneberg shop. Well, kids, there it is. Start pulling things out, cleaning things off, restoring it. See, these seats aren't the worst. I think, you know, maybe it just needs a repair there. There's a rip there in the square. But look at, they're actually pretty good shape. Some of this chrome just gonna get cleaned up. The dash is in good shape. I can clean that up. The only damage that I saw was this chip right here. Somebody closed the trunk on it without watching the gap. There's a gap on this side, no gap on this side. Touched it all the way along there, so we'll have to touch that up, blend that in. But yeah, otherwise the paint looks great still. 2 years later, no issues. Looks like, I mean, could use a polish, but nothing major. Needs a windshield, and we will get that back together for her so she can drive it. Things like that. Alrighty. Although it is a little tight in the 3-car garage. There's one, there's two, there's a tractor, and then Shannon's car. When the Mini Cooper is here, it's fine. She fits in here, no problem, but with the truck, it's not going to fit. So, what are we going to do? We're going to either push this Porsche back and jam the tractor up here, if we want everything inside on these cold days, or, what else could we do? That's about it. I could stuff some of this stuff away and get the Porsche further back here. Anyways, we'll figure it out. Here we are in front of all the stuff. Snowmobile. Should be able to get it running today. Had it warmed up and or I had a heater on it. I mean, it's minus 20 right now, Celsius, which is probably minus 30 Fahrenheit. I don't know. I think they meet at minus 40, so pretty fucking cold anyways. But it's nice and sunny, hardly any wind. Check out the flag, hardly moving. Where's the flag? There it is. The Mercedes, we got that unstuck, and she's resting in the field. The truck is the winter vehicle du jour, and of course the Mini Cooper, which is still in the shop. But hopefully it's out soon. And then yeah, I got that John Deere 300 in some of the other videos, just waiting for back tires to be put together, and then that's running. Get that tuned up in the springtime, I guess. Anyways, right now, what happened here was I was just about to pump gas out of here, and god damn it, if the pipes didn't come apart, and that's all I have. So of course that's not reaching down to the gas. So I've been trying to fish it out of there, but the magnets just aren't strong enough to pull it out. So what I figure I'm going to have to do is cut a piece of the hose. This hose is really long anyways. I put this hose on. For a gas hose, it's really long. I'm going to have to cut a piece of it off, splice it on there so that it'll go fit into the gas. And then it'll work until the tank is empty. Until such time that once it's empty, then I can take the tank over and fish it out. Anyways. I need a piece this long. Not that long. So we're going to cut this piece off. It's still plenty long for a gas hose. And hoping it's tight. Oh, look at that! The blade just came off the knife. Hoping it's still. I can put it on tight enough on this pipe. I think the pipe on top looks like the same diameter, but might not be exactly the same because it's aluminum piece of pipe and this is a piece of steel. Anyhow, I'll put 2 clamps on it and hopefully it's tight enough that draws air or doesn't draw air. Oh yeah, she's nice and tight there. Oh, wouldn't you know it? This one's got a, it's old school. It's only got a slot, and the slot goes inside a casing, and so the screwdriver is like 1 millimeter too big. I'll be right back. I don't know if anybody else lives where it's minus 20 or lower. Here it can get to minus 30 or less even. And it's not terrible if you got the right clothing on. Snowcat boots, mandatory. These are almost 40 years old. Bought them in BC to go into the mountains, and they've been fantastic here. I was thinking of buying different kind of boots, but there's just no need. These are the best. They got a felt liner inside, that makes all the difference. And then wind pants, lined wind pants or lined jeans are the best. And then a good jacket. I got this at an auction when I worked for a drug company. On that auction, it's been fantastic. And then a good toque, stocking cap, toque. I know different places call it different things. Cold, and if it's not windy, it's not bad. And if you're doing something. So, anyways, I was riding the snowmobile, got a bit cold, had the face mask down, and then stopped to get gas and warmed right up. Alright, that's tight. I brought this one out just to make sure I got this one nice and tight. That's tight. Okay. Here we go. So, make sure I put it like this so that the straight hose goes straight down against the side. Weak link. Well, as good as an idea that was to have the socket mounted on there, I really need to weld a bolt onto that thing so that I could get a socket on there properly. This thing's too round. So look, I'm back to what we had before, which was the vice grip holding on there like a handle, and you know what, it works. It's just the same as the handle used to be. Maybe not quite as ergonomic, but it is pumping gas. The thing is almost half full, and it's going very fast. So, all right. So I already filled the snowmobile, of course. I just wanted to fill this red can. Alright, let's see if the snowmobile starts now. We have been working on this thing all winter. Didn't run last winter. Hoping we can get her started and get her keep it going. Hook me up, baby. Well, it's pretty dark in the little shed here, but wifey did want me to change the sled up. The metal bar is good for like behind the tractor and the snowmobile, but too hard to pull. Yeah, out in the sunshine here. Anyways, like I say, this metal bracket, good behind the snowmobile, but not good to pull behind yourself. She says it's better if it had a rope. So, what's on here? Just a bar and a couple of nuts. Holding it. Take that off and put a rope on there. Already has holes for a rope, so just take this, take these bolts out of there, and we'll slip a rope in there instead for her. That's the last thing we'll do while we're out here in the cold. Got me a couple of wrenches here, just crescent wrenches. Just got to put up my toque because I don't need it right now. Yeah, I'm blind. Ah, I'm blind. No, I'm not blind. It's my hat. It's a great hat. Always have a face mask when you're out in this kind of cold. And there we go. Bars off. Let's get a rope. Get a rope. All right, I got all the goodies, all the things I need here. I've got rope, climbing rope. Still got lots of climbing rope. I love climbing rope. It's been good to me over so many years. From climbing mountains in BC and down the west coast to pulling cars out, farming. Fire, Sharpie, black tape. So I'm going to cut this rope in half. I've already, well actually I should cauterize that side right now since I'm here. Doesn't look like I ever did last time I worked it. Anyways, always cauterize your rope. I put tape around, which is the next best thing, but you actually should do both. So there you go. Cauterize now on that side. A fray. Measure out halfway here. And cauterize this side. What I'm going to do is this time I'm going to turn the fire on. Yeah, hot up the knife. Hot up the knife. Right through it. Even in this cold weather, look at that. Right through. Cauterize again. Ends. Cauterize your blood vessels too if you need to. Oh, I one time knew a guy that liked to tell stories. Oh, the BS. Would roll out of him. I'd never been a big BSer. Maybe when I was a kid I BS'd a bit, but this guy was like an adult BSer. Anyways, he was saying that he was working in a logging camp, which I can't even imagine that he did, but some guy cut his jugular, you can imagine, with a chainsaw, and he grabbed a Bic pen. You know, he must have seen that on MASH. I saw that on MASH. And anyways, somehow used the Bic pen to, I don't know, redirect the flow of blood. You can imagine. And then sewed the sewed the veins up with his with a needle and thread, and got the guy. And by the time he did all that, the guy was flown to safety. And me and my father-in-law were listening to this, just going, "Oh, come on, you know, we've listened to enough of your bullshit stories. We're just not falling for that one. It's just not going to happen." And yeah, he said he swore he was telling the truth. He didn't admit that he was lying, and which, you know, you always feel bad because you're never 100% sure, but I don't know. I just don't think that can happen in the bush, in the wild, but maybe it did. Anyway, he said he saved him. I would have thought, okay, the guy died. Maybe that's more of a true story. But he said the guy survived. Anyhow, so we didn't believe him, and we told him that, and that's really the last time we hung out. Last time he came over to BS with us. Anyways. Oh, you know, I was going to bring one last thing. I was going to bring the drill to make these holes a bit bigger in the plastic sled, so I could put these through. They're just not quite big enough for this rope. Oh, and then now that I'm kneeling on the snow, it is getting cold. It's starting to get cold now that I'm not doing enough. But let me drill those out, get those done, and we'll call it an afternoon. So I brought 2 bits out. I don't want to drill it too big if I don't have to. I don't think it's much bigger. Same size. Ream it. Don't make me drill you so giant. Oh, so close. So close, but that's so big. Might go through. Yay. Okay. Should I drag it all the way through, or should I just tie a knot on that side? I can't, because the knot will be on the wrong side then. Gotta go with this. And stopper. Perfect. Oh, small enough. There you go. Now switched it to a rope. That'll work. It's a beauty. I've made it rope-wise for the missus. That's it. I'm gonna hang this rope back on my engine stand, because I like to pull that around with a rope if I can, instead of okay, folks, as usual, thanks for watching. Pick up all my stuff here. Why are you all floppy, camera mount? Okay, so I'm just gonna pick up my tools here. All right, so I wasn't recording there, of course. That's YouTubing. So I'm just saying all the stuff I just did today. Hopefully I recorded some of it. Changed this sled rope. There was that hard mount on there it was good for behind the snowmobile, or good for behind the tractor. Took that off, and then just put this rope on so the missus can pull hay in and out of the paddock down there where the horses are living and apparently everything's working well down in the paddock. Water's good. Horses like their new building with some stuff on it, shelter on it. And then we've got the snowmobile running. Had some fun on that in the deep snow, in the ditches. Got that running okay, and let's just make sure it's turned off here. Sometimes I'll leave the key on and then it kills the battery. There we go. And yeah, the Mercedes, she's unstuck from yesterday. It was stuck there for a couple days, and now it's over there, fine and dandy. The we did the gas tank here. Got the gas tank sorted out, back to vice grips for a handle, unfortunately, but anyways, it's gonna work, and it works, and I filled that tank up there to make it easy for anyone. And then yeah, the truck is plugged in. Look at all the potash salt on the truck just from a couple up and down the highways. And then Roberta's tractor here, that's the one I rebuilt the carburetor on, waiting for tires. They were going to the tire shop to get put together, and then we'll throw those on. I think they're still in the back of the truck. The missus took them to the tire shop twice, and there's a giant lineup of people trying to get their snow tires on, of course. But anyhow, look at that. Look at the salt on there. Terrible. It doesn't seem as bad here, though, because this truck is not rusting. Some of this truck is aluminum, which is great. The bed is aluminum. I think the front fenders are aluminum, so it just doesn't rust around the wheel arches and stuff, which is awesome. Great truck. And yeah, that's about it. I'm going in, tired, cold. Thanks for watching Danneberg Acres.